Hey you, it's me. And oh my god, I have my cute little kitty here because I am perplexed. I really am. I was watching Cinnamon Toast Ken, who was talking about Mr. Beast and this big controversy over him paying for surgeries for 1,000 people so that they could see. Holy heavens, why are people dragging him through the mud for this? Unbelievable. They're dragging him through the mud, calling him all sorts of terrible names because he helped 1,000 people to see again, giving them life-changing surgeries. And they're dragging him through the mud. And then you have some horrible human being, Eliza Blue, who I'd never even heard of till a couple weeks ago when Brittany Venti brought her up, knocking people off of Twitter, I think it was. In that controversy right there, whether she was a victim or not, I don't even care about that at the moment. What I care about is the fact that she was on a panel with, I think it was 2 other gentlemen, talking about how the virginity of a 12, 13, or 14 or 15-year-old should be discussed with the community on whether they should have sex with adults or not. And their criteria, they didn't discuss as to, how it would be a good idea or not a good idea, but the whole community would have to agree to it so that a literal child, would be allowed to have sex with an adult. And I'm sorry, but that is just truly disgusting. That's truly, anything else she did, I don't even give a fuck about, but I care about that. I mean, I remember as a 12-year-old, unfortunately, getting into a situation with an 18-year-old, and let me just tell you, it was incredibly confusing, because on one hand, it felt good to know that somebody really liked me, so I thought. On the other hand, he was 18 and I was 12. And I was also very fearful of him. I remember what he did, and I was feeling a certain way about it, but I was also scared to death, and I ran out of the house and never looked back. Because I was scared. I didn't know how to cope with that sort of thing. And then to hear these 3 adults in their, I know at least she's like 41, talk about how, if an adult and a child want to have sex, it should be discussed by the community. There's no discussion here. A child is a child. And a child cannot give consent. In fact, she proved it. The community has to agree before the child can do anything. Well, then the child doesn't have consent, do they? So why the heck is the child in this scenario in the first place? It's the most disgusting, vile thing I've ever heard in my life. And not just because I went through some kind of a thing similar, but I know what it's like on the other side, as well as being a grown adult myself. And just the idea of that is unbelievable. Unbe-fucking-lievable. What a disgusting human being. And yet, everybody's cheering her on. She's the greatest victim of all. She did this and did that. And there isn't a whole lot of proof that she's done anything except promote herself for money. So Mr. Beast is a beast, but Elijah, whatever her name is, Elijah Blue, is a hero and a survivor. Baloney. What's wrong with our world that we can't see the difference between these 2 people? Mr. Beast is a fucking hero. I don't care if he videotaped every single person, every single tear. I didn't watch the video. I just heard about it. I don't care. He helped 1,000 people to regain their sight and to live a completely different life. That's a hero. I don't care if he filmed it. It's still a hero. He helped 1,000 people. What is Miss Blue doing? She wants to hurt children. And that's to be celebrated? I don't think so. That's all I got to say.